Hello everyone, my name is Tarun Chopra, Senior Software Engineer with Microsoft. Today, in this session, we'll have a quick overview of Microsoft Power Automate, formerly known as Microsoft Flow, a service to create automated workflows, followed by a hands-on lab to create a HTTP triggered workflow and integrate it in our line of business application. As you follow along, you will notice that by adopting Microsoft Power Automate as our workflow service, we are able to come up with a secure, scalable, no-code solution within 10 to 15 minutes without any programming experience. If we would have opted for some other approach, it would have easily taken us somewhere from a couple of hours to a couple of days to implement similar functionality at scale. Power Automate is part of Microsoft Power Platform, and these four core products, Power BI, Power Apps, Power Automate, and Power Virtual Agents, all share same common naming scheme. The goal of the Power Platform is to create a low-code way for people to be more productive in their environments. So what can Power Automate do? First, Power Automate offers automation at scale, allowing everybody in your organization to automate workflows using their favorite on-premises and cloud-based apps and services. Automation has a lot of benefit for the organization, but it also has some risks. That's why the second part is also important. That is, it is secure. Power Automate uses Azure Active Directory as the identity layer, which allows it leverages all the security features of Azure. Power Automate helps accelerate productivity, minimizing repetitive, manual, time-consuming tasks and creating more time for your teams to drive your business and plan your company's future. And Power Automate is intelligent automation, as it automates workflows through embedded AI and robotic power automation (RPAs). Power Automate offers connectors to 270 plus of the most widely used first and third-party applications, providing seamless connectivity and integration with the services which enhance your organization productivity. With the growing pace of business, Power Automate serves as the fabric which helps ensure your business stay ahead of the competitive landscape. Power Automate is also designed for hybrid ecosystem, enabling connections to on-prem systems via the data gateway. It has close to 1,000 plus templates to get you started. Automate approvals. Approvals are time-consuming tasks which are essential for business operations but are not high-value tasks. Yet every day, employees in organizations around the world manually handle approval processes, which is an inefficient way. Power Automate offers roughly 150 pre-existing templates to get you started with easy automation of approval scenarios. Simply select the right scenario to match your needs, customize on top of one of the existing templates, or build your own approval Power Automate from scratch. By automating approvals, you save valuable organization time. Power Automate also unlocks the power of AI by integrating with AI Builder, which is the no-code AI capability in the Power Platform. It enables businesses, users to tailor AI to your specific needs. You don't need data scientists or pro devs to make your apps and processes more intelligent. Because it is customizable, AI Builder can help a broad range of industries such as retail, manufacturing, banking, and more. AI Builder benefits from all the Azure AI and machine learning technologies and investments. While most organizations are experiencing some form of digital transformation, every organization has their own pace and strategy. And in some cases, you may want to keep some of your older system. Digital transformation ultimately is about allowing your organization to be nimble and efficient. Sometimes that means keeping your older system and figuring out how to integrate them with your more modern systems. With the new RPA capability, Power Automate further empowers citizen developers by offering automation for your older applications which do not have APIs. With RPA, you can now apply the efficiencies of automation to your older system. An RPA tool can learn to automate a task by watching the user perform that task in GUI. There are 3 steps of this process: record the task, automate the task, and execute the task. This is a good segue to jump to our hands-on lab to see Microsoft Power Automate in action. The hands-on lab consists of 2 parts. Create a flow to send adaptive card to Teams channel. Integrate this flow in Focus app. I will take pauses between steps as it will give you sufficient time to follow along. During session, if you have any issues or questions, please drop it in chat window to reach out to experts. Let's get started with our first lab. Create a flow to send adaptive card to Teams channel. Let's open a web browser and go to URL flow.microsoft.com. Please ensure that you log in with the same onmicrosoft.com account which you used in earlier sessions and got during registration. If you notice that you are not logged in with correct account, then please open a new incognito browser window and then log in with onmicrosoft.com account. Once you log in, you should see following landing page. Let's wait here for 30 seconds for everyone to catch up. So I'll reiterate, as this is a hands-on lab, please go to this link flow.microsoft.com and log in with the account that were given to you when you registered. Let's proceed forward. Once you log in, My Flows, which will take you to a new page. Once you are on this new page, click New and then select Instant from Blank. This will route you to a new page where you have to click Skip towards the bottom of the page. In the search connector and triggers text box, type HTTP and you will be presented with HTTP triggers. Select when an HTTP trigger is received from the trigger list. As HTTP is a premium connector which needs paid subscription, we'll be using 90-day trial subscription for this session. Please select Start Trial if you are presented with this pop-up message box. If you are not presented with this message, then you can ignore this step. Click New Step to add an action to this HTTP trigger. The action we will be adding is Teams action. Hence, type Teams to filter for Teams connector. and then select Microsoft Teams. As we want to send an adaptive card, type adaptive to filter on that action. After you type adaptive, you will be presented with list of actions. For the next step, be very careful. Do confirm the name of the action with one shown on screen before clicking that action. The action you have to select is post your own adaptive card as the flow bot to a channel. In the next step, select Focus Demo as Team ID. And Focus as Channel ID. For the message body, please go to following link aka.ms flow card and copy the JSON format from that link and paste it in a message body. I will take a 1-minute pause at this step so that you can copy the JSON from that link and paste it in a message body. Again, to reiterate, for this step, please go to aka.ms flow card and copy the JSON from that link and paste it in message body. Let's proceed forward. We are towards the end of our flow configuration or development. So let's verify the configuration before saving our flow. Please ensure the team should be focus demo, the channels should be focus, and the message body should have valid JSON copy pasted from the link I shared in previous slide. Post verification, click Save to save the flow. You should not see following error or any other error while saving your flow. If you see any error, please reach out to experts through chat window. After saving the flow, a HTTP URL will be generated for your HTTP trigger. To get that URL, click on HTTP action and copy the following URL. We will be needing this HTTPS link in subsequent steps. Save it in a notepad. We are done with our first hands-on lab and will transition to second part of our hands-on lab to trigger this flow from our Focus app. For this, go to your Focus app solution and open flowcalls.js under scripts folder as shown on screen. Moving forward, we have to modify check inventory function to integrate the flow we just created. We'll do so by replacing this URL with your flow HTTP URL, which you copied in Notepad at the end of first lab. This step will ensure your flow is triggered from the UI. After making these changes, we have to rebuild and run the app. Let's take a pause of 20 seconds so that you can copy, paste that URL in this function. So to reiterate, what you have to do is go back to your flow, get the HTTP URL, and replace the one shown in step 3 with your own URL. Hopefully, you are able to replace this URL by now. Now, once you make changes, you have to rebuild and run your app. In Visual Studio, click Debug as shown in step 4, and then select Start without debugging. Once your app is deployed locally, go to Tab with Focus opened and refresh it by clicking following icon, or you can refresh the entire page. If you don't have Focus app opened, open it in a new tab. Once refreshed, you will see an image with some rectangles. To get the persona card, move your mouse into one of the rectangles. If you're not seeing any rectangle, go ahead and select any image and drag your mouse to create a rectangle around it. To view flows, click on following icon and select the very first flow and click Trigger Flows. Trigger Flow button will invoke your flow, which will in turn send an adaptive card to the channel. To view this adaptive card, click on Posts and you should see an adaptive card. For those who received adaptive card in the channel, great job. For those who didn't receive adaptive card, please don't get disheartened and reach out to experts through chat window for help. This concludes our hands-on lab. And next couple of slides have linked to resources to get you started. Join the Power Automate community, which already has over 200K members. Refer to several online tutorials. The tutorials also offer modules for users with different experience levels. from a beginner user to the seasoned IT admin. Thank you.